fans, do you want to win your share of $100,000? Simply enter the houseofboxing.com Fight Night Prediction Challenge. Compete with boxing fans around the world. Simply head over to houseofboxing.com and sign up now.
This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with houseofboxing.com and Empire Fight Store. Wow, we have just witnessed, firstly, what a fight, but round 11, I think the best fight I've ever seen. You've seen a lot of boxing in your time. We see the champ Shaki Foster just coming in behind us now. That was incredible.
It was unbelievable. Here he comes. Unbelievable. I mean, one of the most dramatic fights I've ever seen. Like, the 11th round, I think, best round I've ever seen. I mean, Rocky was gone, and hit him with a right hand, rocked him. I mean, and then 12th round, just hold. What are you doing? Just hold. And, you know, the unbelievable thing about open scoring, everybody knew the scores. Shaki Foster knew he had to stop him in the last round, or he loses his title. And he stopped him with 45 seconds to go. This is actually where I think open scoring is really good, because one judge had it 110.99 to Rocky. I had Rocky like 2 up, but I felt like he had to hold. And when he went down for the second time to go into a 10-7 round, I thought, but it was irrelevant. It's actually a really good stoppage from the ref. Like, I thought, don't stop it. But shout out to Shaki Foster. Unbelievable. What a fight. Incredible.
I don't even know where to go from that. I mean, Rocky, I'm sure, will come again. What heart he showed, by the way, on that 11th round. Looked like Foster was dominating. All of a sudden, this right hand gets thrown, rocks him back, and then they're just slugging away at it.
But even at that, Rocky knows no different. Rocky don't know how to hold. Rocky don't know how to survive. He just knows how to have a war. And like in the 11th round, when he's hurt there, I'm thinking, just hold. And he trades with him, bang, hits him with the right hand, he's gone. And they're just trading, going at it. And then the 12th round, just hold. But he couldn't hold. He's standing there within distance to hold. And he didn't have it in him to hold, because he don't know how to hold. He's never held. But listen, you learn from that. And again, shout out Shaki Foster, because that was it. And someone like him, who's very good and very difficult to beat, you lose your title, you lose all your value, you lose all your leverage. And now we can look forward to next week in Monaco for Cordina Vasquez and the winner, hopefully fighting Shaki Foster. It was an unbelievable fight.
Just quickly on the undercard, Justice Hooney, after a long time out, with quite a wide and comfortable win over what was a very game Andrew Tabiti and the rest of the card.
Yeah, it was a really high-level heavyweight fight, to be honest with you. I mean, Tabiti is, they're two smaller heavyweights. And Tabiti's a world-class cruiserweight, lost in a world title fight against Dorticus, but a very good skilled fighter. I gave him 2 or 3 rounds in the fight. I thought one of the judges gave it every round, to which was a bit harsh. But listen, Justice Hooney, that's like the worst style for Justice Hooney. Because when you've got fast hands and your attributes are you're a slick, fast heavyweight, it ain't great fighting another slick, fast heavyweight. And to be out for a year and come back and choose Andrew Tabiti, I thought that showed big balls. And I think that guy, who's now 8-0, he's going to go on and be a force in the heavyweight division. He's going to get bigger. He's going to get better. We want to keep him nice and active now. Sugar Nunes is a fucking absolute animal. I mean, he's going to fight Rakimov now. That could be one of the fights of 2024. That's for the mandatory for Joe Cordina. Just brutal punch power. And a really good night. Wild night in there. Shout out to Pepe Gomez and Cancun boxing.
We have Pepe Gomez at every boxing show for the foreseeable future.
Pepe Gomez is one of a kind. He's a legend out here. I mean, anyone that walks around with a glass of Petrus and a Lardidar on the go throughout the whole night, and some clobber that you've never seen before, and with loafers that say Pepe Gomez. I mean, that's high level shit. I mean, I'm thinking about getting Eduardinho when I come out here. I'm thinking about next time the chain. Yeah. The chain.
A little D&G one, right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the chain, Eduardinho on the loafers, and I love it out here. I mean, I know, like, sometimes, obviously with a massive event in Saudi Arabia tonight, you get all the stick, oh, you got a little show in Mexico. Mate, I live in, that for me is what boxing is all about. Unbelievable night of entertainment.
Just lastly, picking up a few more from when I've spoke to you. There's been so much off the back of it. Our numbers are okay. You seem to have jumped the gun a little bit. WBC will be ranking Francis Ngannou in the top 10.
Will they? doesn't really matter. Francis Ngannou is going to get a big fight. I mean, you know, when we did our interview earlier, what was that, like 3 hours ago? It was a bit like, and we were off on tangents. This could happen, that could happen. And look, as I told everybody before, I met Francis Ngannou in Vegas, and he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua. I was like, put it to AJ, and he went, no, look, I want to become world heavyweight champion. Almost like, what respect am I going to get for beating Francis Ngannou, a guy that's never had a fight before? Now Francis Ngannou's beaten Tyson Fury, I'm up for it. I mean, I've not spoke to AJ. He may say to me, shut up, you. I want to fight Wilder, I want to do this. But listen.
Have you spoke to anyone in Saudi since?
I might have. But
you dangled a carrot?
I spoke to a few people. No, look, if I think Fury against Usyk's a damp squib. But if it's contracted, and again, it's for undisputed, I think undisputed fights are always great. But I'm not actually interested in that fight. I'm interested in Fury and Ngannou rematch. But if that fight is contracted, again, I have to speak to the boss. But I like AJ Ngannou. For me, light work. And again, I have to, because I know I talked about the levels of Francis Ngannou, and I have to be honest, I'm not going to stand here and say, oh, I think he's a world-class heavyweight. But you have to respect, like, he just beat Tyson Fury. Francis Ngannou just beat Tyson Fury. It is unbelievable.
This morning you laughed and joked and you said Francis Ngannou will become the heavyweight champion of the world tonight. And all week we laughed. I still, to this point now, can't really get over what unfolded.
I just feel like you see a lot of people saying it's bad for not the event, but the result was bad for boxing. Because what actually should have happened was some random MMA fighter that's never boxed before just became the lineal heavyweight champion. And it should have been one of the most incredible stories in the history of boxing. But it was, it wasn't. I mean, look, I guess you can say it was a close fight, but everyone thought Ngannou won. I mean, it's actually 2 lucky decisions for the Furies in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it is. But I'm joking. But listen, shout out to Francis Ngannou. Shout out to His Excellency and Saudi. I mean, what an event. I was watching that event. The way that Saudi Arabia do these events is unbelievable. I mean, it was like, and the fight weren't the greatest fight in the world, but Francis Ngannou won. This is not a dream. Well, he should have been given the decision, but anyway.
Just quickly, Billy Joe Saunders put out too many yes men in the camp from word go. What do you make of that?
I think that when you become so big, and I think this happened to AJ a little bit as well, people are a little bit afraid to speak up sometimes. And it's not a case of, I'm not sure about yes men, and I don't think, I mean, in AJ's case, AJ never told people what to do, but I feel like people, train a fighter for me is student and mentor, or student and boss. You get told what to do. But when someone becomes so big and powerful, I think some people in the team almost like, they'd not want to keep their job, but hey, what do you want to do today? Or what time do you want to train? Or, do you know what I'm saying? Rather than 8 o'clock, I'll see you there, don't be fucking late. But that happens when you become big. So, listen, Fury's had a long career. And when he retired before, maybe he knew he weren't quite the fighter he was. I just, my stuff earlier about AJ Fury is, I just will be devastated if we never got that fight. And I think he's done. I do. No disrespect. I think he's amazing for boxing. That left hook didn't even land on the chin. It was a brushing shot, put him over. And if Anthony Joshua was in there tonight, he beats Tyson Fury 7 days of the week and twice on a Sunday.
Just finally from me, I want to quickly shout out IFL. A couple of their quotes I used in a previous interview. Didn't give them the name drop, doing it now. Frank Warren, post-fight, has now come out and said December 23 is 100% a no-go. Not too surprised, but also no post-fight press conference. What do you make of that?
Yeah, because you can't sell. Like, everyone knows Usyk Fury is, what's the slang word you use for something that's just dead or like irrelevant? I was going to use a word, but it's the kids use it. I don't know. No. Anyway. No, so They don't, because you can't big it up. Everyone thought Francis Ngannou won the fight. Even the head-to-head in the ring was cringe. But if it's contracted, it's got to happen. But it's going to be interesting for Fury now, because he's going to get untold stick and criticism, and I don't think he handles it very well. I mean, look, TalkSport gave him a bit, and they've been up his arse for years, and now he's spanned him. So, but listen, he chose the fight, he was nicking the money, and it backfired on him. Funny old game, isn't it? Go on, Anthony Joshua. Go on, my son. We're going to smash it up. Watch the year AJ is going to have in 2024. Just watch. He's going to knock out Ngannou. He's going to knock out Wilder. He's going to knock out Fury. I feel like John Fury. And he'll fight.
Acting like John Fury.
He'll fight any man.
Eddie, Lemsip and a long old flight before Monaco. We're excited.
Get ready. Tonight we saw one of the fights of the year, Cordina Vasquez, next Saturday. Hopefully, the winner of that, Joe Cordina, fights fostering a big unification. Roll on Monaco. Loads of media when we land. Go on, my man AJ. Let's have it. Bosh.
Eddie, John Fury, top